It's so good to be on. Thanks for having us here. Checking in. We just finished up a practice this morning, so we're coming fresh off the field. But I really have answered a lot of questions and starting in year one and how we feel about how things are going. And I laugh because a lot of people always answer the question. I don't think I've ever met somebody that would say it's gone bad. But true story would be told that it is going really well. I really, really love our staff, our support staff. Our players have really started to trust us and let us in, which is a good feeling and a good way to go to sleep and wake up. And it feels good to be out on the grass with them getting better. So I really like the directions we're headed. We certainly have much to improve on in every phase. But I certainly love to watch our guys teach and how our players are taking 3 new playbooks in special teams, offense, and defense. So I really am just encouraged and excited. Our guys' approach and what they do to start a day and how our team meetings are is kind of electric. And they've got great energy and they love playing the game. And that's a testament to who this program has been long before I got here. So with that being said, just very grateful and glad to be a part of it. And I'll take any questions.
All right, for our media on the call, raise your hand and I'll call on you to ask those questions. Coach, I'll kick it off. A couple questions about some guys I know you didn't coach on the field, but what makes a guy like Javon Solomon such an interesting prospect at the next level?
Yes, certainly that perspective is different, but I'll say this. I think very quickly in being around him and the time he is now around our program, awaiting where he will go and who we will get a chance to impress, you can quickly see why he is who he is and how successful he's been. He is a tremendous human being. He has servant leadership qualities. He's around our defensive line any chance he still can be. And the way he has worked while he's been in here and preparing for whatever camp he gets into is a testament to knowing how hungry he is to prove that he can play at that level. So again, like you said, I haven't been around him in coaching him, but you can quickly tell by all the things I mentioned as to why he is who he is.
And then another player as well that I know you didn't coach, but Kamon Vidal had probably the conference's best performance at the NFL Combine. What would it mean for the program to have him hear his name called in the NFL draft this month?
Well, we would be no denying that to see that Troy T come across there and for our guys to get drafted from here certainly help us and catapult things to let our guys on our current roster and future rosters see that there's a path to get there that's been proven from here. More importantly for him, how cool is that? Again, another humble kid that you would never know his success level here if you introduce yourself and meet him for the first time. But on Saturdays and Sundays, when I drive up here to the building or drive past it, you look out on that practice field and he's running 110s in prep for his first camp in NFL. Those kids are not waiting to be drafted or selected. They're preparing as if they already are. And then whoever their jersey put on, they want to be in shape and ready. So it's just another testament to who he is.
Coach, a question here from Paul Swan. Um, your background coming from Kentucky, a little bit outside of Huntington, obviously previously being on the staff at Marshall. What does it mean to finally be a head coach and then also have the potential to have a future matchup with Marshall in front of friends and family back home?
Yeah, well, it means everything because this has been a dream of mine, or a goal and or a goal of mine to do this. And it hasn't been to say I'm the head coach at Troy University and beat my chest and be in charge. It's been because I really am humbled by the fact that I get to control mostly who I work around daily and who we work with and then to get to serve our players. That's the 2 reasons I want to be a head coach. And that is a pretty cool thing. And to the Marshall thing, 35 minutes away. I coached there 2 years, strong ties. My sister works in funding there. There's a bunch of people I know around those parts, and that place in that area helped build who I am. And I grew up going to watch games when Pennington and Moss were going crazy. So I'm very familiar with the area and all that it means to them and what football means to them. And that would be neat to go home and go around there and bring apart a lot of family that would come up to the game to be able to play in front of that crowd.
And then last one here, coach, but obviously first year with the Troy program. What do you feel like you've learned about your team over the course of spring practice so far?
Yeah, we're about halfway through, and I'll just say this and be very candid and honest that you can tell this place is won. And it doesn't mean that we're guaranteed to win this year. It just simply means that every person in this building cares about football. The players have an expectation. They understand the standard of winning. So the energy and the awareness of this place in that realm speaks volumes to itself. You know, if you're not ready to go, anybody in this building, you'll be exposed around here. And I think that's an awesome environment to be in because you better be right. You better teach right. You better play right. You better perform right because the expectations are such. And that's been the most impressive piece of this so far.